So, is it possible to speak with a manager?
Manager, you have a meeting with him?
No, not arranged. It's just I just come in on the off chance. It's regarding an incident that happened last night outside.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi.
I'm the assistant front office manager.
Okay. What it is regarding is last night I dropped off. I'm a cab driver, in case you didn't guess. Last night I dropped off a customer outside the hotel. Now, he was asking me if I would come and pick him up later on. Which,
Let's just go by the other side.
Yeah. Okay. Whilst I was giving him my telephone number for him to call me, another one of your customers, and they came out of the hotel, so they were your customers, approached me and asked me whether I was available. I don't know whether he was a bellboy, whatever you call him, I don't know the technical word, concierge, whatever.
Yeah, the gentleman was standing outside in the front.
Yeah, he's an African gentleman, probably about so tall as me, us. So he said, no sir, I booked you a car. Right? Fair enough, he's booked him a car. But the customer wanted to come to me. He dragged him away back into the hotel. Another customer, a couple, a man and a lady approached me. They said to me, are you available? I said, yes, I am available. He tried to do the same thing. I said to him, listen, you booked him a car, you've booked him a car. Cancel the car. They want to use me. They're your customers. They've changed their mind. No, you don't know our system. I said, I do know your system. I know exactly your system and how it works. I know who you use for your transportation. So it got to the stage where he was so insistent that even the customer told him to fuck off.
Okay.
Yeah? Got in my cab, I took him. Anyway, about an hour and a half later, the guy who I initially arranged to pick up and take on phoned me. I come back to the hotel. Whilst I'm waiting for the guy to come out, your door staff, a different guy, a white guy, can't really describe him, he came up to me and said, are you available, sir? I said, actually, I am waiting for someone. Where do you need me to go? He went, guess where it was? The Britannia Hotel Marshall. Now, why do you think he came to me and asked me whether I'd go to the Britannia Hotel Marshall, and he didn't use one of the chosen one of the cars? Why do you think that may have been?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't
Right.
sure.
Shall I tell you, because I do?
You can tell us your opinion.
Yeah, of course I can, yeah. And it is only my opinion, I accept that. But I've got a sneaking suspicion I'm bang on with my opinion. And it's because it wasn't far enough to take one of the chosen ones, Brussels sprout cars or whatever they're called. So, you know, there's double standards going on. A, you're trying to pull customers away from my vehicle because that's your policy. I understand that it's a free country. If you choose to use Brussels sprout cars or carrot cars, whatever they're called this week, that's your choice. But when a customer changes his mind and decides he wants to use me, that's their choice. They're a customer. They're allowed to change their mind. I don't need him trying to pull a customer that wants to use me, is insistent on using me, trying to pull them away from my cab. That's out of order.
If the guests have booked cars, then we'll obviously direct the guest in the right way.
But if
I can't speak for the person who was at the door at the time.
Right, so who is it?
But I don't know who it was. So
Could I ask around what time that was as well during the night?
It would be round about, probably about midnight-ish.
Midnight-ish. And you mentioned it was an African
He's an
gentleman.
African guy, yeah.
Could I just ask you to describe him a bit further to me as well? Was he rather tall?
He was about my height.
Your height, okay.
Short hair. Other than that, he was African.
Okay.
Very black, I think that's fair to say. He was very, very black. He wasn't a light-skinned black man, he was a very dark-skinned black man.
I believe, as my colleague said, it's the thing is because normally what we would do, as you mentioned correctly, when the guests booked a car with us, normally,
the system works.
yeah, they would direct them to the car because if the the customer comes with you, but they've ordered a car already, as you mentioned, for example, carol cars will come a bit later on.
Yeah, but
This
a conversation
one,
happened. A conversation happened. They turned around and said, look, this guy's available, she's got money to pay him, what's the problem? What he should have said was, okay, fair enough. What was your destination? Come inside, cancel the car, end of story. It's unacceptable.
Yeah. No, I mean, I understand, but as well, myself and my colleague were not there yesterday, so obviously we would have to investigate the situation as well and speak to the person in question.
Okay, but I just want you to be aware that the incident, I've put it on Twitter. Every single cab driver that's on Twitter knows about your hotel anyway. They know that you're in bed with the private hire company, and I've made them all aware, so they will be educating your guests when they bring them to this hotel. They will be educating them about your policy.
We don't have any policies other than whatever the guest asks is what we deliver.
You do have a policy.
We don't have a policy. We don't have anything written down anywhere. There's no policies.
No.
If our guest asks to book
it's an under the radar type
if the
policy.
guest asks for a hotel car, we book the
It's funny you mention that. I'm going back a couple of years, so possibly it's not quite relevant now. But I stayed at this hotel, and I got a cab into the West End, and because I'm a cab driver, I don't use private hire. I specifically asked for a black cab. I was in the bar, the concierge came and got me, the cab turned up. When he turned up, he had a £7-8 on the meter. Now, have you got any idea why he would have had that on the meter?
Neither of us worked here 4 or 5 years.
Right, I can explain that. It's a sort of rhetorical, but I can explain that. The reason that cab driver turned up with £7 or £8, because he's what I refer to as one of the chosen ones. The concierge phones up a cab driver that's taking backhanders from him. So when he turns up, he may be at Canary Wharf, he puts the meter on, and he turned up. When I got into the West End, I said to him, listen mate, I'm a cab driver. I said, I ain't got a problem, I'll pay the fare, whatever it says I'll pay it, I ain't got an issue. But I don't quite understand why you turned up with £7 or £8 on the meter. And he went, Joe, what mate, I apologise, and he knocked it off the fare.
The thing what I can tell you is 4 or 5 years ago, I can't say what happened 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not doubting the word
but
what
what
happened.
I'm saying is,
what I can guarantee you as now, definitely this would not be the case. So if a guest orders a car, we would definitely not be having a car in the front with a meter on it already.
And if he asks for a black cab, what do you do?
Then we'd order that. We've got
order black cab.
we've got the app in the hotel.
What app have you got?
Guest, it's just a little box and you click it and wherever
then
the
it shows
nearest car is, it will come to
and it will come.
So is it Get Taxi, Halo? You must know.
I can double check for you. There is
Because to me, there is, if and I can find this out for myself. If a guest asks for a taxi,
we ask the guest because if they wanted to be charged to the room, then we have to call the hotel car.
right? So
But if they want to pay cash or if they want to pay credit
So
card,
you always-
we ask them what they want.
So when a guest asks for a taxi, you always say, would you like a taxi or would you like a car?
100%.
Why
We
not
always
just
ask
get a
them.
taxi?
Because it's if I give them a taxi, how can I charge it to the hotel room? So if they want a hotel car where I've got an account, then I can charge it to the room.
So when I asked for a taxi, your next question was, would you like it charged to the room? That's your next question.
No, it's not. The next question is, how would you like to pay?
Right, fair enough.
And then when the guest tells us, then whichever they say, then we'll give them the option.
I can show you, we do use this app all the time, so whenever guests ask us to get black cab, let's get a taxi,
Yeah.
that's usually what we
That's
do.
Get, is it?
Yes.
Right, okay, fair enough.
So that's what we use.
Yeah. But I don't ever see any cabs picking up here. I never see it.
Well, unless you're sitting outside 24/7, then.
Well, I don't see it. Obviously, I don't do that. But
Usually
You've
what we
obviously,
do, what
I think
can say,
we can just leave it at this for now. We've shown you that we are using Hackney Cabs. Obviously, it's always a guest choice. If you've got your opinion, that's.
yeah.
I can't control your Twitter account. If you want to write whatever you want to write on your Twitter account, that's fine.
Yeah,
but I'm quite
cool.
confident that my guys aren't doing anything untoward. We haven't certainly got any hotel policies. As far as I know, there's nothing going on under the table. So I'm quite happy with the way things are being run.
All right. You're happy. So you're happy for the guy to come outside and pull a guest away from a licensed taxi when they clearly want to get
If the guest has booked a hotel car, then that's what we're going to give the guest.
Right. Okay.
So,
That's all I need to know.
all right.
All right,
Thanks.